Hi guys, Black is here. And I got something to tell you that happened to me 30 some years ago. I was 16 years old and I never thought I would tell anybody. I said I was going to, I did tell one person. I told a friend of mine, I don't know, about maybe 5 years later. And this friend died about 5 years ago, right? I never told anybody else. And now I can't believe I'm making a video about it, but I guess the threat is over. The threat of going to jail or prison or whatever is over. All right, what happened was this. When I was 16 years old, I went over a friend of mine's house. His name was Lamar. All right, Lamar, same age I am, 16. Lamar did not get along with his stepfather that well, so he moved in with his oldest brother. Right? His oldest brother was named Kevin. Right? Kevin was wild, crazy, loud, violent, but he loved Lamar. I mean, they got along real well, right? But Kevin was crazy. All right. So anyway, I'm over Lamar's house doing a tune-up on his, he had a 75 Toyota Corona station wagon. I'm doing a tune-up on it. And we outside in the front driveway, and Kevin comes out and says he's going to kill this guy. Some guy owed him some money. He's talking about he's going to kill the guy when he see him. We think he's just talking. You know how people are dramatic, a lot of people go, I'm going to kill that person. But we just, joking. Even though he was wild and crazy, I had no history of him killing anybody, so we just thought he was talking. Anyway, so we out there working on the car, and some guy pulls up in a Thunderbird, Ford Thunderbird, like an early 80 model. So anyway, the guy pulls up in the Thunderbird, and he said, is Kevin here? We like, yeah, he inside. So he goes inside. When he knocks on the door, then Kevin opens the door, and they go inside. So they're in there for a few minutes, and we start hearing arguing and yelling, right? Arguing and yelling. And it goes on for a few minutes, and then we hear pop, pop. I look at Lamar, I'm like, is them gunshots? And he said, yeah, I think so. And I said, you ain't gonna go in the house and see what's going on? He's like, nope. So I'm like, really? He's like, really? I ain't going in there. So I'm still working on, I started back to working on the car. And about maybe 5 minutes later, Kevin comes out the house. He's smoking a cigarette, right? And he comes out and he says, I need y'all help. And we was like, well, what? He says, I need to get rid of this body. And I said, what? Lamar says, what body? And he's like, man, me and old boy got into it and we got to fight and I shot him. And we were like, we ain't help you. I mean, I was like, hell no, we're not helping you. So I said, you know what? I think it's time for me to go. I grabbed my tools and I told Lamar, man, I'm going to holler at you. I'm leaving. And Lamar was like, I'm going with you. I'm not staying here. And Kevin was like, man, y'all some P-U-S-S ass N-words, P-A-N. So we were like, whatever, man. We got in the car and we left. So I asked Lamar, so we want me to drop you off? He said, man, I don't care, man. Let's just go somewhere and park, man. We need to process this. So we went and parked at a park for, I don't know, about 20, 30 minutes. And we decided, I went ahead and took him to his mom's house, right? And I went home. Okay, now, I think it was the next day, Lamar calls me and he was like, man, when are you going to finish doing the tune-up on my car? And I'm like, when that whatever happened is gone. He's like, oh, they got rid of it last night. And I was like, who? And he was like, Kevin, his friend. I'm like, okay. So, I went over I went over Lamar's house to finish work, doing the tune-up on his car. And after I finished, I said I wouldn't ever going back over the house again, which I didn't, right? If if Lamar wanted to see me, he had to come to my house or we meet somewhere. I would not go back to that house. All right, now this was, again, I was 16. Lamar is a year older than me, so he was 17. But this was in 87. I know that because I was 16 in 87. Anywho, so fast forward, Lamar and I just fell apart. You know, he got a girlfriend. He wanted to hang out with his girlfriend, and we just fell apart. So about a week ago, I run into Lamar at a Quick Trip. He's gotten a lot older. Well, I guess I've gotten a lot older too, but I still recognize him. He's still short or whatever. But he tells me that Kevin, his brother, is in prison serving life for that. Well, not just that murder. He left and went to Chicago and started hanging out with the wrong people, ended up robbing somebody and shooting somebody and getting a bunch of time. And the guy who helped him dispose of the body back here in Atlanta, he gets into some trouble and he decided to, hey, tell the police or whatever. He would tell him about a murder if they, reduce some of his time. So I guess they reduced some of his time. He dropped a dime on Kevin. So Kevin is in prison. Well, he's in prison. I think he says he's in Georgia now, doing life or whatever, right? He also had a problem with messing with young women. And so I think some of that also got mixed in. Something about a 13-year-old girl, one of his girlfriend's daughters or something. So anyway, point is, he ain't getting out no time soon. And now that murder that happened in Atlanta caught up with him. I hadn't thought about it in probably 10 years because I used to think about it all the time. But I had forgotten about it. And the funny part, when Lamar brought it up to me, actually I brought it up to him, and I was like, whatever happened to that thing, And he was like, man, he told me what happened. And I'm like, damn. But for like the first, 10 years, I was afraid it was going to come back and grab me. Because I figured I guess the police wanted us to call them and let them know. But I didn't kill him. I ain't had nothing to do with that. No, I was outside working on the man's car. But I was just saying, damn, it's amazing who you need to watch who you hang out with. Even if you hang out with Lamar was cool. Lamar ain't never got in any kind of trouble, but his brother was, I think about it now, his brother was always doing something wrong. Always. If you ever wanted something done wrong, his brother Kevin would do it. But anyway. Like I said, I ain't really thought about it in 10 years, but damn. Anyway, that's all I got to say on the subject. Y'all have a good day.